Hi everyone, welcome back to Stamp with Anna. And today I'm going to start my new series, which is my customer thank you cards. Now typically when I send them out, and I have been kind of lax, I usually design one card and I send them off to all of my customers who placed an order the preceding month. But I thought in January I would do something different. All of my customers who ordered from me in January when I did their thank you cards, I was going to use one of the items that they purchased and make a card using that item to send it off to them as a little bit of inspiration. So at the end of the year of 2020, Stampin' Up! Had its year-end clearance, and it ran into January. I believe it ended January 3rd. So this Feels Like Frost paper pack was on sale at 50% off, and my customer was very smart. She purchased it. So I am going to use the paper from Feels Like Frost because, as you can see, I have quite a bit of it left over because I loved it myself. And I had a class, I think in October, where we made cards using, the whole class was Feels Like Frost. And so I'm going to take a card that we made at class. We made this one at class. And I'm going to give it a different twist because this is obviously a holiday card and the holidays are over. So I'm going to take this, shake it up a little bit, and come up with another card. So I'm going to use this beautiful paper. And although it is a wintry scene, it does have some beautiful Highland Heather in it. So let me show you what I'm thinking. I have, for my base, a piece of thick Whisper White, which has been replaced, as you know, by Basic White, but I'm still using the ends of my Whisper White. And this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, so it is your usual A2 size. Then I have two pieces of Highland Heather. Each one of them is cut 5 1/4 by 2, and I took one of them and I ran it through my embossing machine using the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. Now, although it says Tasteful Textile and you think fabric, I thought it was going to look great with this project. So I haven't made this card yet. Usually I have one and I make it as a sample and then I show you what I did with it. But this one, I'm making it on the go. And then I have a little piece of that beautiful Feels Like Frost paper, and this is cut at 1 7/8 by 5 1/8. So you can see it is starting to look like this one already. So let's get started and I'll show you. Hopefully it works, because it's, like I said, the idea is just in my head. So with my Stampin' Seal, I'm going to apply some adhesive. And look at the gorgeous foil that's on the back of that. I really hope that you were able to get some of this while it was still available. And it has a very thin border. There we go. And then here is the piece that I embossed. Now I'm going to attach both of them. And I do want to have a little bit of white in the middle of them, in between them. Okay, so first I'm only going to attach the side that has the Designer Series paper on it. And I'm going to bring this over here and drop it down. Now this one here, I'm going to use some of this gorgeous ribbon, and this is no longer available. It was in the holiday catalog, but it just picks up that Highland Heather. It picks up whatever color you use. I'm holding it here, and as I turn it this way, I don't know if you can catch it on the camera, but it's bringing out pink. But when it's up against this, it just looks so phenomenal. And it was called Snowflake Splendor. And this one here, I'm going to just tie a knot. I'm not going to do a bow. And you know, as I say all the time, I buy ribbons usually when they're on sale, and because I love ribbon. And if you don't have a ribbon that you see me use on one of my projects because you can't get it anymore. I'm sure if you looked in your craft stash, you could find something that was just as good. Different color, different type, doesn't make a difference. Okay, my cards are just suggestions. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this right about here. So like I said, I do want to have that little white space in the middle. I'm going to attach some adhesive, and I'm going to drop this down here. Now on my original card, that's all I did because the card was landscape style. And these snowflakes were embossed and they took up more room. This is more subtle, so I thought I needed a little something over here. So what I'm gonna do is I have a piece of scrap white, and I'm going to use the Peaceful Moments stamp set. I'm going to use this one right here, Happy Birthday. And I'm going to ink up my stamp with some Highland Heather. And I'm going to drop it straight down, straight up. Nice deep purple, I love that. And then I'm going to use the rectangular postage stamp punch, and I'm going to punch this out. Oh, going the wrong way. I want it vertically. Landscape, excuse me. I guess I should have used a piece of paper that was just a tad bit bigger. And I'm going to scooch this over just, it's not quite centered. I'm going to scooch it over just a tiny bit to the left. Okay, and punch. Okay, and now to attach that to my card with some Stampin' Dimensionals, one on either side. And I'm going to just put that right down here. And again, I want to have some of the purple showing on either side. It's just a small, but you can still see it. And you know me, I like things matted. So I'm not matting that. So instead, I need something because I like to have something. I'm going to use some Basic Jewels. And I'm just going to scatter a few. I'd like to do things in 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, maybe right there, and one more right there. Happy Birthday. And on the inside of my card, also from the Peaceful Moments, I'm going to use a nice sentiment, birthday sentiment. Well, and it's actually, you could use this sentiment for any card. It doesn't have to be a birthday card. It'd be good for a wedding, graduation, any special day. Just want to check this out. I'm not quite sure I'm getting a good... Yep. Okay, and I'm going to come right in the center of my card. Straight down, straight up. Wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. See, so you could use it for a wedding, graduation, bridal shower. You could use it for anything. And the card is complete. Now see, it does look quite a bit like this one. They both have the Designer Series paper on the left, an embossed coordinating cardstock on the right, and a little ribbon. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed this project. If you have any questions at all about the project or any of the products that I use, certainly contact me through my blog, www.stampwithanna.blogspot.com. And while you're here, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and maybe leave me a like if you liked this video. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator with whom you work and you would like a copy of one of the catalogs, certainly let me know and I'll be glad to drop one in the mail to you. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you back here later with another thank you card.